Hi, Zelda here, and welcome back to my vlog where I talk about law and policy making and how you can influence it. So this is part 2 in what is state capture. In the previous video, I looked at what the state is and how it functions. So in this video, I want to talk about what state capture is and how it can happen. So state capture is defined as a form of corruption in which businesses, politicians conspire to influence a country's decision-making process to advance their own interest. So even though we have laws, institutions, separation between the 3 branches of government and spheres of government, this state capture involves the weakening of the system and neutralizing any of the agencies that's there to enforce them. So how can this happen? If we take National Treasury as an example, the National Treasury is a government department within the executive government, and it collects revenue, for example, taxes. It also plays a pivotal role in government's expenditure, how government spends its money through writing norms and policies. So this year, National Treasury collected about 1.2 trillion in revenue. So that means it holds a considerable amount of power and influence in how that funds and revenue is going to be redistributed. So that's why there are many lobbyists and advocates wanting to influence that institution, and many institutions like that. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to influence or raise your voice or lobby for a particular issue. For example, organizations advocating for the rights of persons with disability may want to or may lobby for more funding to go to programs that will ease the burden of persons with disability. And government may even employ or ask an outside organization to help it implement one of its projects to reach its policy goals. So there's nothing wrong with that. The Judicial Commission on Inquiry was established by the President in 2018 to inquire into allegations of state capture, corruption, and fraud into the public sector and organs of state. So in terms of the terms of reference of the Commission, they must investigate allegations that the Gupta family appointed cabinet ministers with the aim of influencing the outcome of tenders. The commission is ongoing, so there are no findings as of yet, but the allegations provide a good illustration of how state capture can occur. So the president is the head of the executive government, and he appoints cabinet ministers to head up and run various government departments with the aim of or for the benefit of citizens. So what happened in this case was that because of the relationship the family had with the president, they were able to, or it's alleged that they were able to appoint cabinet ministers who would favor them in government tenders. So through this, they were able to take hold of the reins of government, how government functions. They were going to control that. And this is what has now become coined as capturing the state or state capture. So the commission must also inform the public of what it does, and this is done through live streaming of the hearings, and there's also media reporting around what it's doing. But what is missing is that we need for citizens to be more actively involved in the governing processes and to find ways of holding politicians accountable. So we need more civic education, and I do believe that once we are in a position, or if we succeed in this, then that would change how politics, or it would change the dynamics of politics.